Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's session, I start with a new lesson. Name is alternate current, and the weightage of the lesson is about 8 to 10 marks for the final examination, and important in numerical category also. So let us start with the lesson. So title of the lesson is AC currents. So first of all, in the lesson current electricity, hope you have understood the definition of current. What is current? Current is defined as rate of flow of charge. So symbol is I, and formula you can write as I is equal to Q by T. Hope you can remember this formula. Now, what is the difference between a current or alternate current? So to understand that, let us discuss first of all what is steady current. Steady current and alternate current. So steady current is a current in which rate of flow of charge is constant. Nothing but Q by T remains constant. The current is said to be steady current. If the current varies, then that can be called as non-steady current. In other words, it can be called as alternate current. But to be precise, an alternate current will be in the form like its magnitude will change at every second, and at regular intervals its direction will change. That is known as sinusoidal. So sinusoidal nothing but, we can take this in waves. Hope you understood how a wave will propagate. So if you draw a wave diagram taking current on y-axis and time along x-axis, then the variation of current here represented can be treated as alternate current. So how to define alternate current? If you observe in the diagram, current magnitude is changing at every second. See, as time is elapsing, current magnitude is varying. Initially it is 0, so it is going for maximum value. Further it is becoming minimum. Again it is going in negative maximum. So at every instant, the current magnitude is varying. Then at regular intervals, see if you observe here, see from here to here, assume the time interval is t by 2, and again from here to here, again time interval is t by 2. Further, if you draw one more diagram, the wave pattern will still be similar. Then what you can observe there, at regular intervals, the current is changing sinusoidal, means its polarity, not polarity, I can say, its direction is changing in opposite direction. Then the current whose magnitude will change at every second and its direction will change periodically, such current is called as alternate current. And if you come across these sources, in current electricity, you got a symbol for a DC source, which is nothing but a battery or a cell. Hope you remember the symbol. Here, whatever the sources which will produce alternate currents, the source symbol is given by this symbol. So, this is how we can represent an AC source symbol. Here, there is no polarity, no plus and no minus. Now, what is use of AC currents? So, if you observe in daily life, there are so many electrical appliances you can use in daily life at home or maybe at outside also in your workplace. Some electrical appliances which will work on steady currents, or example taken as mobiles or UPS battery you can say, and you can find so many devices. But maximum devices in daily life they will work on alternate current. Example, you take about ceiling fan, refrigerator, washing machine. Those devices will require a different current. Such current is known as what? Alternate currents. Now, how many kinds of alternate currents are there? There are different ways you can represent the alternate current. Among very familiar is this one known as sinusoidal or sine wave. Apart from this, we will get a square wave type. So this is also known as square wave AC current or AC voltage. And this is known as sawtooth, or you can say triangular shape. Sawtooth. Why the name is sawtooth? Hacksaw blade, the tooths will be looks in the form. So hence it's called sawtooth wave. These are the familiar wave representation of AC currents. Among most familiar is sinusoidal. So hope you understood about the definition. AC current is a current whose magnitude will change at every second or every time interval, and the direction will change periodically. Such a current is known as alternate current. Now, this is the symbol for representing an AC source, and these are the different ways of representing AC current or voltage in terms of wave patterns. So here you can take, instead of current, you can take voltage also. Here also you can take either voltage or current. Again here also you can take current or voltage. But x-axis always represents what? Time. Now to understand the theories related to the AC currents and derivation part, you are supposed to go to certain basics. So among very first one, what is the meaning of cycle? What is the cycle of AC in precise? You can call it as. So what is the meaning of cycle? So if you observe a sinusoidal wave of AC, here when time t is equal to 0, assume this point is origin, when time t is equal to 0, current magnitude or voltage magnitude is 0. As time elapses, current will increases and reaches to certain peak value. Further it decreases, becomes 0. Again it will increase in a negative half cycle, reaches to the maximum value. Again it will come back to 0 value. Then the time lapse, or we say how you can define one cycle is, it's a complete traverse of an AC current from 0 to positive maximum, and this is called negative maximum, again to 0. Then the complete path you can take it as one cycle. If AC current or voltage varies such that from 0 to positive maximum, again negative maximum, again 0, then the complete path traverse or complete AC pattern, what you mentioned here, can be called as one cycle of AC. Now, depend upon the waves. See here, this is square wave. The wave will move this way. This is 0. It will go to positive maximum. Again, it will come to negative maximum. Again, it is to 0. Then here, the shaded portion, what I mentioned on the board, can be called as one cycle. Here, this can be called as one cycle. I am not shading here. And in this also, this shaded portion will be considered as one cycle of AC. So this is the first definition. Now second one. What is the peak value of AC? See, peak value of AC is a maximum amount of current represented by an AC cycle. See, if you observe in this AC cycle, this point represents the maximum value of the current, and this point also represents the maximum value of current, but this is in positive half cycle and this is in negative half cycle. These two are called half cycles, and complete two half cycles is called as one AC or one AC cycle. Now the question is what? If you observe this diagram, you will get two peak values. So among either this value or this value, anyone can be called as peak value of AC. So peak value of AC is the maximum attainable value of an alternate current in a half cycle. So because peak value comes twice in a given cycle. The next, instant value of AC. What is instant value? See, if you observe, current will change at every moment or every second, I already told, and its direction will change periodically, that also I told. To understand this, just please recall the definition of instantaneous velocity from the lesson motion in straight line first PUC. The velocity at a given instant of time, the same kind, the value of AC current or AC voltage at a given instant of time is known as instant value of AC. See, you can take this. I is equal to I naught sine omega t. This way you can represent an instantaneous current. Here, peak value what we discussed just now, that is symbolically represented as I naught in terms of current. In terms of voltages, that is mentioned as V naught. Now the same I naught I took here. So this is an expression for representing instant value of current. Which current? AC current. And if you write in terms of voltage, it can be written as V is equal to V naught sine omega t. Now this equation represents instant voltage of AC. Now this, I represents instant current, V represents instant voltage. Correspondingly, I am explaining. I naught represents peak value of AC current, V naught represents peak value of AC voltage, where omega is known as angular frequency that I discussed now. Next. So hope you understood what is cycle and what is the peak value of AC and instant value of AC. Next, we will get frequency of AC and time period of AC. These are the two most important definitions. So first of all, we'll discuss about time period of AC. In waves, hope you remember, what is one complete wave? It is a complete of one positive crest and complete wave is nothing but each of the two half cycles if you join, that will leads to combination of one cycle, just as I said. Now the question is, how much time an AC signal will take to complete one cycle? I repeat, alternate current or voltage you take, and how much time it takes to complete one round trip journey from where to where? 0 to positive maximum and negative maximum again to 0. Then how much time is elapsed during this process? That time interval itself is known as time period of AC. In definition, we can tell like the time taken by an AC current or voltage to complete one cycle. So that is known as time period of AC. Symbolically, they will give it as capital T. And you know the relation. Time period is given by T is equal to 2 pi by omega, or omega is equal to 2 pi by T, which is lesser from waves. The same concepts will be applicable here. Now, what is the meaning of frequency of AC? In general, frequency is nothing but number of events occurred in an interval. Here also same meaning, but you will explain in terms of AC cycles. How many cycles are produced per second itself is known as frequency. So generally frequency symbol is small f, that can be represented as inverse of time period. So in general, if you take this value should be around 50 Hertz in India. So in Indian origin, whatever the electrical appliances you take which works on AC currents will be designed in such a way that they will receive AC current or voltage about 50 cycles per second. Then only they will work. So what happens if any device works around 48 Hertz? Those devices will not work in India. So 50 Hertz is the standard frequency of current or voltage of AC in India. So if you find any levels, you just go through any electrical appliances. At the back side or where the electrical wire will go into the appliance, there you can find one labeling information. In that operating frequency, like one term will be there. In that you can find this one value 50 Hertz. Make sure this 50 Hertz to be maintained constantly throughout the day, throughout the year, while supplying the power or while receiving the power, electrical power. You know very well, like AC currents cannot be stored. Once they get generated from the power stations, they have to, like the power are supposed to be transmitted to the consumers. So while transporting this AC current in terms of power, the frequency should not drop about this much. So what is the meaning? 50 Hertz plus or minus 0.5 Hertz means the range will be from, if you take minus, it becomes 49.5 Hertz. If you take plus, it becomes 50.5 Hertz. Means the range must be from 49.5 to 50.5 Hertz. Within this only, the frequency of AC current and AC voltage must be. If any variations in this frequency leads to a mechanism called grid failure, which takes about some days in order to rearrange the transmission process. So that is very critical term in electrical transportation, means energy transportation. You can find the much more information to Google. So I'll recall the definition so far discussed. What is alternate current and what ways you can represent the alternate current. These are the wave representations. This is sinusoidal. and this is the square wave, and this is sawtooth wave, and most familiar one is sinusoidal. In that definition of one cycle, I have explained, and what is a peak value, which is nothing but maximum value, and further explained about instantaneous value and expressions for instant value of AC current and AC voltage. Then what is the meaning of time period of AC and frequency of AC, and what must be the standard value. See, in problem purpose, if frequency is not mentioned, you defaultly take 50 Hz. So that is understood. Now let us get into next one. After discussing these concepts, how to measure the strength of the AC? So for that, there are two definitions are available. So I will discuss one by one. So first of all, if you observe AC cycle, its value is not constant anywhere. It will change at every moment, every second it will change. Then to explain strength of the current, you require two definitions. One is known as mean value. The next one is known as RMS value. So using these two definitions, strength of an AC current or voltage can be defined. So first of all, let us discuss what is meaning of mean value. So mean value, mean is nothing but average. So how to define average? So make sure mean value is always calculated over half cycle. RMS is always calculated over full cycle. So let us take one circuit, maybe resistors or anything. Assume this is one circuit. I will explain the definition in terms of diagram. So first of all, send some DC current through this. So DC current is nothing but flowing of what? Charges. So you have to send charges in terms of DC current about half of the time interval. See, from here to here, if you take it as a time period T, then this will become what? Half of the time period. I will explain the definition of mean value now. Take how much time is there for half of the cycle. In that time interval, send some charges using DC. Then this DC current will be equal to an AC current. When? If AC current sends some charges through the same circuit for the same time. Hope you understood. Here DC is a constant value. AC is not a constant value. Here what you are doing is, you are comparing the AC with DC. In what ways? By sending the charges through what? A circuit. About what time? About half of the interval. Then how to define? If a DC current sends a charge to a circuit, about half of the time period will be same as charges sent by an AC circuit for the same time interval to the same circuit. Then what is the meaning? The DC current, how much charge is sent now? The same DC current will be equal to AC current. Now, the strength of the DC current in this case will be equal to strength of the AC current. But make sure this must be only for the half cycle. Then, here AC current value is not measurable. Then how to measure AC in that? This AC will be measured in terms of DC. Now, this is a standard value, means it's a constant value. Then this constant value itself is known as mean value of AC. Hope you understood. I repeat the definition. Mean value of AC current or voltage is the charge sent by a DC current through a circuit in half of the time interval as same as the charge sent by the AC current through the same circuit in the same interval. Nothing but the amount of DC current will be equal to amount of AC current. Then the amount of DC itself is known as mean value. Now in this case, the strength of the DC will be considered as strength of AC. Now how to represent mean value? Average. I suffix average. So this is represented as 2I0 by pi. This is the formula for average current. If you want to write in terms of voltage, V average is equal to 2V0 by pi. Here you know what is I0 and V0. I0 is a peak value of current and V0 is a peak value of voltage. So by dividing this way, you will get the average value of the AC current or AC voltage in what cycle? Half cycle. Now the question arises, why you cannot take in full cycle? Since the cycles are opposite sign, if you take the average, net average becomes 0. Hence, mean value is always calculated in terms of half cycles. Now, you are understood about mean value. Now let us discuss about what is RMS value. See, you take one resistance. You know, resistance symbol, standard resistance. This is. Again, do the same process. Start sending a DC current through this. As DC current passes through resistance will start producing heat. The reason is why? Resistance is an obstruction to the current. Hence, whatever the energy related to the current will be liberated to what? Heat. So, start sending a DC current through the resistor about a time period T. Now, start sending AC current such that through the same resistor, through about the same time, has to produce same amount of heat. See, in the previous case, you are dealing with the charges. Here, you are going to deal with the heat. Means, through the resistor, as if this is a resistor, through this resistor, if DC current passed about a time interval T, how much heat is produced, that you calculate and keep it aside. And start sending AC through the same resistor about the same time such that the heat must be produced will be same as in the case of DC. Then the value of AC in the second case will be equal to value of DC in the first case. Then the current or the voltage through the resistance over the entire time period can be called as RMS. So the symbol is given by IRMS. So for this formula is I naught by root 2. In terms of voltage, if you write VRMS is equal to V naught by root 2. Hope you understood. See here, whatever the definition you are explaining in terms of average or RMS, you are comparing those things with DC. Why only DC? DC value is steady. You can easily calculate. But AC value is not steady. Nothing but its value will vary at every second. Then, in terms of charges, if you compare AC and DC, the DC value will be taken as mean value. In terms of heat, if you compare, the value of DC can be taken as RMS. Make sure here mean will be taken for half cycle. Here RMS will be taken in terms of full cycle, because heat energy here always will be liberated either in the case of positive or negative. That's the reason why RMS current or voltage is calculated over entire cycle. So to be precise, take a digital multimeter. So don't do an experiment. After commencement of the college, I will show you. Taking a digital multimeter, if you just plug into AC ports, whatever the voltage will display. So all the multimeters which are AC type will measure the current or voltage based on this principle. Hope you understood. Now coming to next concept. What is the relation between these two? So here I mention. You know, I average is mentioned as 2 I naught by pi, whereas I RMS is mentioned as I naught by root 2. Just take I naught as common. I naught becomes root 2 times of I RMS. That is substitute here. See here, I average will be written as this. In the previous step, it's taken as it is. 2 will be written same. In the place of I naught, I will replace with root 2 times of I RMS. So denominator will be pi. So this thing is simplified and substituted into this in the place of I naught. Now what is root 2? 1.414 times of 2 is close to 2.828. Now what is the value of pi? 3.14. If you divide, the value will be very close to 0.9 times of IRMS. Nothing but I average is about equal to how many times? 0.9 times of RMS current. The same thing you can apply in the case of voltage also. V average is equal to 0.9 times of VRMS. Hope you understood about the concepts. Just for a recall, definitions are important, which is known as mean and RMS. Mean average and RMS. These formulas are important in the case of problem purpose. And definitions wise, what is sinusoidal AC and what is the symbol of AC? That is most important. And this is used as a shortcut tool in the case of objective questions. Hope you understood about the definitions. Please watch the video carefully. Repeatedly, please watch. Whatever the definitions you will get, as per my knowledge, you may get confused with the definitions of mean value of AC or RMS value of AC. You please watch these related things in the video repeatedly so that you can understand. Last but least, I will repeat in shortcut way. Average value of current or voltage of AC also is nothing but DC. But DC will not take into account how much DC value is there, that will be treated as AC there. But here in the average case, you will explain in terms of charges. In RMS case, you will explain in terms of heat. In average case, you will take only for half cycle. In RMS case, you will take over the full cycle. Here you deal with the charges, here you deal with the heat. So there is the only major difference. Hope you understood about the basic concepts. So try to repeat, watch the video repeatedly, and whatever the doubts is there, please update me through WhatsApp. In next session, I will deal with the different expressions related to the AC currents.